This is the Tunisian Prairie stitch. It started on a typical foundation, which you'll find at CrochetKim.com. There is a multiple of 3, and then you add 2. So any multiple of 3 you like, then add 2, one for the beginning and one for the end. So you have a typical foundation, and now we're going to start with row 1. There are only 2 rows in this repeat. Skip the first vertical bar, TSS in next stitch. Oops, went too far. There we go. And then TSS 2 together. That's a decrease. TS 2 to 2 together right there. Then a yarn over. So that is it. TSS, then 2 together, then yarn over. Okay, let's do that all the way across. TSS, 2 together, and then yarn over. TSS, 2 together, yarn over. TSS, 2 together, yarn over, and then work into the last stitch, going under the 2 vertical bars. Now to close, this is going to be a typical closing of chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, all the way across. Now I want you to pay close attention to the yarn overs here. They appear to be spread out. You may think that that is a mistake. That is not a mistake. That is the yarn over. It has a front bar and a back bar, and you're going to treat it just like you do any other stitch. If it says to do a TSS, then you go under the front vertical bar. It's just that those bars are just spread out. They're just spread out a little bit, and it doesn't mean anything except for you're just going to treat it just like any other stitch, because it has everything there for a typical stitch. They're just spread out. That's it. So you're going to go all the way across until you have 1 loop remaining. Now we're going to work on row 2, and this is just a 2-row repeat. So skip the first vertical bar like normal. Now this time TSS 2 together, and then TSS in next stitch. Now this is where it's going to come up here. Oh, we're going to do a yarn over first, I'm sorry. TSS right here, see? That's the yarn over. It just looks different, but it's still the same thing. So now TSS 2 together. Looks like I split the yarn there. TSS 2 together, yarn over, and then TSS right there. Okay, TSS 2 together, yarn over, TSS. TSS 2 together, yarn over, TSS. TSS 2 together, yarn over, TSS, and then work the last stitch under the 2 vertical bars, pull through, and we have a typical closing once again. So this one's an easy one. Chain 1, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and just pull through 2 all the way across. And we'll get back to the beginning and have 1 loop on our hook and ready to start row 1 again. Back here. Now see, once again we've got yarn overs here. It's going to look a little different, but that's all it does. It's the same exact thing. So skip the first vertical bar, going back to row 1, TSS in the next one, then 2 together, then yarn over, TSS, 2 together, and then yarn over. You see how that works? Now when you come back over here and you need to know what row you're on, you can either count. Here's the foundation, and here's an odd row, an even row, an odd row, or you can just look. Now you can see that on this row I've worked 2 together because it's an upside down V here. On this row it's this 1 by itself. That would indicate that I did 1 TSS. So here I did 2 together, and this is the row for 1. So that will help you determine which row you're on. Visit CrochetKim.com for all of the details about the text instructions, the symbols, and the video all on one page.